Hi friends. So you know what? We've been talking about what we might eat on Thanksgiving. Yesterday we talked a bit about turkey, right? How it's associated with Thanksgiving and how we can enjoy a nice cooked turkey. Well, today, guess what? We're going to talk about corn. That's right, corn and sweet corn and cream corn, all kinds of corn that you might eat on Thanksgiving. Some of us will probably eat corn on Thanksgiving. And probably many more people will have green bean casserole. Of course, that's also a very traditional thing for Thanksgiving. We're not going to talk about that today. It's highly unlikely that the Pilgrims and the Indians in that first Thanksgiving meal ate green bean casserole. However, they most likely did have corn. No matter what we have, the good thing is that we have enough to eat. And definitely green beans or corn or peas or any vegetables would always be good things to eat. But back to that corn and that first Thanksgiving. Why do you think corn was important in the first Thanksgiving? Because it is most likely that it was a part of the meal. And it's because that corn, even in the 1600s and in the New World, as the United States was known at that time, corn was popular to grow. It was easy to grow. It was a dependable crop. The Native Americans, the Indians, had grown corn for years. And so it was something that was readily available. Corn is and was a staple. It's a basic food for humans and animals. Did you know that corn is also known as maize? Yeah, that's actually what the Native Americans called it at that time, maize. So it has been around for a while. Corn is one of those foods that helps provide sustenance for us. Sustenance means when we need something to help us live. So food, obviously, I believe, helps us live. You agree with that? I thought you would, because we all want to eat food. Do you know that in the Old Testament there's a story about some corn or grain that is a very powerful story? You may remember the story of Joseph. It's found in Genesis 41. And in this particular story, the ruler of Egypt, who is called the Pharaoh, has some dreams. And in these dreams, the Pharaoh sees seven healthy cows. Now, seven healthy cows are well fed, they're plump, they're just very healthy. And then he sees seven skinny cows, and these skinny cows are nothing but skin and bone. And in this dream, the seven skinny cows who don't have enough to eat come and eat the seven healthy cows. Wow, the seven skinny cows eat the seven healthy cows. That's one dream. The next night, he has another dream that he remembers very well, just like the first one. And in this dream, there are seven ears of corn, very full ears of corn, very healthy ears of corn. And there are seven very thin and skinny ears of corn that hardly have any kernels on them. And in this dream, the thin corn then eats the healthy corn. Well, these dreams bother the Pharaoh because he remembers them very well and he wonders what they mean. So he finds some people to help him, or he asks for some help, and they don't know how to get the meaning of these dreams explained. So they think of Joseph, who actually is in prison. Long story, and we can do that some other time. But Joseph is released from prison, comes and talks to the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh shares these dreams with him, and Joseph prays to God and says, "Help me interpret these dreams." And the meanings of the dreams are revealed to him. So he goes back to the Pharaoh and he says, "Hey, Pharaoh, here's what these dreams mean. You had seven healthy cows eaten by seven skinny cows. You had seven healthy ears of corn eaten by seven skinny ears of corn. What this means is that there are going to be 7 good years. There will be 7 years of a great harvest. You will have lots of food. But then there will be 7 bad years where there will be drought and famine, and the crops won't grow, and there won't be enough food for everybody. So, what these dreams are telling you is to plan ahead. And on the 7 good years, store food away so that you can use that food then in the bad years. Well, the Pharaoh is very grateful for Joseph telling him the meaning of these dreams. And so actually, he puts Joseph in charge of the idea of storing food away. And sure enough, there are 7 wonderful years in Egypt where the harvest is plentiful, where there's more than enough food for everybody. And so they begin to store all this food away in their warehouses and in their storehouses. Um, and they have a great supply of food. And then 7 bad years come along where there's drought and there's famine, where there's not enough rain, where the ground does not produce a good crop, and there's not enough food being grown for everyone to eat. But they have this food in the storehouses, in the warehouses that Joseph had organized. And so everybody has enough to eat. Even people from other countries come to Egypt to get this food. Even Joseph's family, which is also another story. You might read that in Genesis if you wish. There's also a story in the New Testament that talks about food and how important it is. And it references Jesus. It's found in Mark chapter 2. And it's telling us that on a Sabbath day, Jesus was walking with his disciples through a cornfield or a grain field. And the disciples begin to take some of the corn or the grain to eat. And the critics of Jesus said, look, 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 it's against the law to do this on a Sabbath day. Why are your disciples taking the food off the stalks on a Sabbath day? Because that's like work. And Jesus said, well, you know what? I remember a story from the Old Testament. When David and his men were hungry, they needed food. They went into the house of God, and they even ate the holy bread, which was sort of against the law. But Jesus is saying, guess what? Food is made for man. That's right. Food is there to help man. So let's not get too hung up on about whether it's wrong or right to eat this food. Food is a gift from God. That's right. God does provide food for us very plentifully. In Genesis chapter 1, God says, I'm giving you every plant on the face of the whole earth. I'm giving you every tree that has fruit with seeds in it. All of this will be given to you for food. And again in Genesis 9, he says, everything that lives and moves about will be food for you. I have already given you the green plants for food. Now I'm giving you everything to eat. I am very grateful that God provides us with food to eat, not just on Thanksgiving and on Christmas and on special feast days, but also all the time. We are very blessed here in this country to have stores and farms and lots of places where we can buy fresh food and healthy food. So enjoy the food that God has blessed you with. I know I do, whether it's turkey or corn or what green bean casserole, whatever you choose to eat, I know that you are thankful for it. So let's give thanks to God for providing us with the good things in life, including food. So today, I wish for you a day that's filled with joy and a day that's filled with peace.